What's up, all you cool cats and shop rats? Welcome back to Rule Harder Garage. This week is going to be the third and final video in the DIY skate video series, and I'm going to talk specifically about how I make my Instagram edits and pretty much any edit that you're going to find on social media. Quick little fast and easy edits. Now before I get into that, before we start talking about that, I did build a new box this week, and I built this box because I really want to learn no slides, and I've not really been able to get it back to it. I can't get to the skate park enough to get enough practice in to get comfortable with them. So I built this box with two different copings on it so that I can really get back in the groove, back in the hang of doing no slides. I had the box set up out in the driveway, and I was able to even use the rail that I built, the little slappy rail that I built, in different combinations with that, putting it together to just have tons of fun out skating in my driveway, and I had an amazing session. I nailed a bunch of tricks in that session that I wasn't even planning on doing. I was just having fun with it and setting goals and just dominating, and it felt super good. And that's what skating is all about. It's about your own personal battles, your own personal goals, setting your mind to something, being creative about what you have in front of you, and just bring it to fruition, making it happen. And I love skateboarding because of that. The dimensions on the box are about 11 inches high, 67.5 inches long, 24 inches wide. I've got a 1-inch DOM coping on the one side, a 1-inch pipe, and on the opposite side I put a angle iron coping. And the idea with that is I can kind of mix and match, get a better feel for locking in the two different types of materials, sliding on the two different types of materials. I think it's good to be able to diversify your surfaces and the different stuff just so you can get a good feeling for it. Alright, now let's get into it. The GoPro editor. Today's video I will be using the Android version of this. I've never used the iPhone version, so I cannot speak of it, but I would imagine that it's very similar. My personal opinion is that the GoPro editor is the best mobile editor. It's at least my very favorite mobile editor. These are the reasons why I like the GoPro editor. Number one, you can mix and match footage from your phone and from the GoPro. So not everything has to be from the GoPro. I think that it's very intuitive. It's easy to adjust the music. It's easy to adjust the clips and to get GoPro to do what you want it to do. Also, right out of the box, without trimming, without clipping, without doing anything fancy, GoPro does an amazing job at picking the right spots, cutting the footage all on its own automatically. Now, I like to get a little bit more into detail, and that's kind of what we're going to talk about today. Now, you can do it however you would like. You can just have GoPro do the edit and pop it out, which you'll see here when we first put the footage in, or you can follow along and watch how I adjust and edit everything and try some of that stuff out for yourself. I don't think it's worth the extra time and the extra effort to invest in using a computer to make edits for Instagram, for Facebook. I think that the editors that you get on your mobile phone, like the GoPro editor, these quick, fast, easy edits, that's what social media is all about. Quick, fast, and easy. If you were skating every single day, you can pop one of these edits out every single day, super easy, super fast, without a very big time investment. I think experienced users and inexperienced users alike are both going to get the same value out of the GoPro app. That's why I think it's so good. All right, without any further ado, we're going to get into it, so let's go. All right, so here we go. So first things first, this is kind of what the main menu looks like. If you've got a camera, that's where you would connect to your camera and get the footage, view the media, or actually connect to your GoPro so you can actually see what the GoPro is seeing. If you come here, this is going to be edits that you've already made. As you see, I've got a crap ton of edits that I've done out of here. Now this is where you're actually going to be able to see your footage. Now this is not the latest footage, even though this is dated and it's in chronological order as far as dates are concerned. If you see, this footage that I just shot is marked as December 31st, 2015. That's not actually true. And what I found is that if you do not format your SD card every single time, then you'll get this sort of weird date stamp and you'll have to go look for your footage in the GoPro app. Remember to format your SD card every single time and you won't have to deal with this. I switched from several different GoPros, so when you do that without formatting, that's where you get this issue, and that's why you're seeing it. All right, so let's select our footage here. I already made an edit using this footage, but I'm going to re-edit it because I want to mix some other stuff in from the phone, and I'm going to show you that. So I don't want to use these ones. So I'm going to use we're gonna start at this one. We're gonna get that one, that one. I think we're gonna get these ones. These. And you see how I just long held and then I selected all the ones that I want. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna add those right in. And you'll see GoPro is gonna make an edit all by itself right away. It's gonna pick music and everything. Now, I don't really like the music. Also, I don't like that. Now, see, you'll get that sometimes with the GoPro where it's like, it doesn't like there. I'm jumping onto it. It's not actually getting the full clip. It's not getting everything that I want to see. It's only getting parts and pieces of it. And that's why I like to go in and sort of manually adjust the footage myself. Also, the GoPro thing, so you've got this title at the beginning. I always delete that. I don't really see any sense in having the title. So I just come in here, long press, hold, and you see how it popped up down at the bottom, that little delete or the trash. Get rid of that. And then I'll come to the end. I'm going to disable this. It's going to give us more time. Alright, now there's some other clips I'm going to add, so we're going to go there. We're going to go into the phone, and it's this footage that I shot of skating this rock. Ever since watching Day One skate rocks and trees and shit, every time I see a piece of nature that I can skate, I'm super into it. So we're gonna get that one, and where's the other one here? We'll just pick all these and see what happens. We're just over a minute, which is fine because I'm sure we're going to go through and edit and clip some of this stuff down. We may have to get rid of some clips that don't fit or trim them down just to get the time to fit in the 1 minute that we want. Mainly because Instagram's maximum footage is going to be 1 minute unless you go to the IGTV. Me personally, I don't like IGTV because I feel like you do not get the same amount of views and stuff off of IGTV, and it's just sort of cumbersome. So I like to stick to just the 1 minute clips. So first things first, we're going to come into the duration. Suggested it's got set at 1 minute, so we're going to leave that. We're going to change our music. Now, I already downloaded a song that I like. You can get any type of... Where's it at? Uh-oh. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and add that. Your music, anything that you download will be in here. So this is the song. Now GoPro is going to go through and it's going to like detect the beats and the rhythm and all this stuff, and it uses that to sort of match up with your footage. If you click this one here, this is just kind of like GoPro calls these themes, but really what it is it's just changing the transitions and the font. If you put titles and stuff in, it picked launch, so we're gonna play that, and you can kind of see. So these will seem like pretty clean, regular cuts so far. So now if you went to something like, let's choose this one here, you'll see how different it is. This is called slice. You see how it's sort of slicing the different shots together with weird sort of cuts. See how this one's got different transitions. Alright, raw is probably my favorite one that I like to use. It seems to have the least amount of fancy transitions, which I think looks better. I like to use raw because I feel like the raw transitions are a little bit less fancy, and oftentimes I feel like a lot of these are just a little bit over the top. There's real, it doesn't make your video look any better to use all these crazy fancy transitions. I think basic transitions look better. That's my opinion. You can choose and do whatever you want with that. But for today's video, we're going to use the raw transition. For font, if I use a title, I'll probably use that one right there. Bada bing, bada boom. We got our music, we got our clips, we got our theme set. We're double check this, it's still set at a minute. Now, one thing that we do got to do is the footage that we added from the phone, we're gonna have to change the framing on that. All the footage from the GoPro is shot in landscape mode, so it's like a 16:9 ratio. All the footage that I shot on my phone is flip-flopped of that, and all the footage from my phone is opposite of that, and it's a 9:16 ratio, which means that it's tall and it's a portrait mode. So to get those to all fit in the framing the way that we want it to, we're gonna have to adjust those clips specifically from the phone on the editor. So you see here, we're shot in the normal 16:9. Here it's trimming it to 16:9, but as you see, most of the clip is cut out. And if you come to like this one here, if you watch this one, you can't really see what's going on, right? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna come to this clip, we're gonna go to frame, we're gonna go to fit, which is gonna let us choose how we wanna fit it. So 16:9 is what the video is, and that's where it's got it set. So we're gonna go ahead and change that to 3:4, which is gonna trim it this way. And we'll give it a little bit of adjustment there. That's good there. So we'll leave that one. We'll come to this one. We'll do the same thing. Same thing here. And same thing on this one. So that all looks good. Now what we need to do is we need to go through and we need to adjust all these clips so that we get the actual shots that we want to. So if we watch this one, you see how it's cutting off right at the end where I do the board slide on the ledge. So we're gonna have to adjust that. Yeah, and see there's a whole section that could be trimmed off in the beginning. All right, so let's just get started here. All right, we're gonna go to trim. See how it's in auto, and it's choosing this clip based on its automatic findings that it wants to do. So we're gonna suck that in a little bit. Right there, we'll start it just like that. And then we'll cut a little off the edge, off the back end, I mean. Perfect. So we'll leave that one. Now, as you start making these adjustments, the GoPro editor itself is gonna go through and adjust all the clips after that, if they're in auto. And so what you might find is as you go through and make these adjustments, you may have to go back through, rewatch the footage several times just to get it to be exactly what you want. Now, a lot of times GoPro is going to take shots like this and it's going to trim them up. A lot of times in skateboarding, you're shooting an entire line and you don't want to cut between the lines or between the tricks. You want to see the full line. So that's the problem with the GoPro editor. Same thing there. It's cutting that off. We don't want to do that. So we're actually going to go in. Same thing, manual. We're going to get really close right there as soon as I start the pop. And then right as I land it. And then I'm actually going to come over here and we're going to do slow motion on that one. Just like that. I like that. And that's kind of the first step that I do to kind of get an idea of the time frame. I'll know if I need to take clips out or if I need to change things and adjust things. I want this one in the beginning because this is where I'm actually screwing the ramp down, and I'm gonna put this in this video just to kind of show that I don't know, kind of tell it adds a little bit of story to the video. I moved it, I'm screwing it down. It's sort of like an intermission, and then we'll go back to skating this rail. Alright, that's good. Also got the same clip in there twice for some reason, so we're going to delete that one. Alright. Now we're on to those. So I want that one before. What is this one? Alright, so I'm putting these two clips at the end. And there's another one in there. Because these are going to be pure audio at the end. Just because I want to capture just kind of the talking or the speaking in it, or whatever you want to call it. This one we're actually going to trim down. We only need this part right here. And then we're actually going to highlight this one, and you'll see kind of what you can do with this. You can put a slow motion highlight right at the beginning. Oops. Right there. And then we're going to change the audio on this clip specifically. We're going to boost it. Same thing on this one. Audio, we're going to boost it. Probably trim this one. Nope, that's not the one that I wanted. Oh, you see there I got them sort of mixed up. So this one, we're going to bring back. What clip is this? Alright, so let's see where we're at here. Alright, so these all need to be trimmed. This one, don't need to get the full run up of it, so we're gonna right there. This one where I'm landing it, I think. Yep, so we're gonna move that one. We're gonna put all the tricks that I don't land at the end. So we got that one. Trim this one. Perfect. Trim this one. Alright, now this one here, you remember I went in and I put that slow motion highlight. So it should only be slow motion in that specific spot. So let's see. Perfect end to the video. Alright, now from the beginning. First off, before we do that, let's see what our time is. 1 minute and 4 seconds. So we need to trim something off somewhere. We may have to pull an entire clip out. So, from the beginning. So that's it. We've got 2 fakie, board slide to fakies in there. And that last one there is not very clean. So I'm going to completely delete that one. Alright, so now we've got a pretty good, we're right at 1 minute, we got a pretty good handle on everything. The next thing I'm going to do is go through and I'm going to make all of these to have mixed audio. I think in skateboarding, most of the time, you want to hear the board, and GoPro usually shuts that off, kind of does the audio on its own, so we're going to adjust all of that. Alright, so that's one thing that I wanted to add, is we're missing a clip here of just a regular board slide on that rail. I don't know what happened there. Right here it is. You can see it's not checked. As you can see, these ones that are all checked, we know they're in there. This one here isn't checked, so we know it's not. So let's add it. Let's put it in the right spot, which is right there. Let's just trim it real quick. Added about a second. I think what I'm going to end up doing here is pulling out one of these clips. Probably this one. Now we got 2 seconds there. Let's see if we can trim 2 seconds off somewhere. I don't think so. I think we're going to have to just completely delete that clip because I want to add some more slow motion in. So yeah, this clip here, boom, we'll get rid of that guy. I want to slow motion one of these finger flips. Probably that one. Alright, so now you can see we can change the speed, which this will change the speed of the entire clip. And since I shot these, sorry, sometimes it gets a little weirded out there. So if we come here, this is going to be able to change the speed of the entire clip. And we can go like 50%, which will be the whole clip, like this. Which we don't want to do that. So we're going to put that back to regular speed. And then I'm actually going to go here to highlights and highlight slow motion just for the finger flip. Alright, so let's see here. So let's see what those look like running together. Now, just for the sake of it, I'm going to show you how to do a title real quick, just because we've not talked about that. I typically do not do titles, but just to show you guys, not clean, because that's what I say. I don't think that trick's clean enough, so I don't like it. ... Check. Let's play that again. Perfect. Alright, so let's watch this from the beginning, 1 minute, and see what it looks like. Boom. Well, there you have it. That's all that we have for today. Let me know in the comments down below how much you loved this video. If you have any questions about anything else I do with the GoPro editor, feel free to put those down below in the comments. Do not forget to check me out on Instagram at rule_hard, where you can see all of these edits. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell so that you get all the notifications. Thumbs up the video so that I can know that you guys love these videos. But until next time, peace.